2022, and we're not keeping much of anything private anymore. You know, in 1992, texting and instant messaging was made possible with the box computers. However, majority of the population was writing letters, writing in their journals, diaries, and actually having phone conversations with their mouths on a landline or in person. But now it's become so easy to contact people, we don't do it as much, as it's become like a sacred method of communication. The ease of technological communication is taken for granted, as our own skill to openly speak effectively has atrophied. Like, how long until they engineer a headset that transmits the filtered words from one mind to another? Or we decide that we're mute and emojis will be found in caves for our human descendants to discover. With whatever we record, whatever we say or do, we can decide whether we want to post it or not, and that's the beauty of it. Where we can actually hear ourselves talking in the present moment, in the future, which we would consider this the past, and we can use this as our own little video diary, where we can say whatever is on our mind in this present moment on video, and we don't have to refine it in writing. It may not be the whole truth, since we aren't as AI advanced to transmit and submit so much information in such a short period of time like the device in your hand, but it's pretty close to it, because you're speaking straight into the now. But on another relevant subject, I feel like my personality, my silent personality, just apparently gives off this negative vibe. This negative vibe to others. Like, is there a particular quality that makes me the bad guy? Like, because I'm silent, you assume that I'm silently judging you? Or because my time frame is not always synchronized to your rhythm, therefore being absent to you, so you assume? I hate the word because we are so quick to. I'm just not always available or a talkative person, which of course has backfired in many ways. Like, I mean, I'm talkative now because I'm not talking to anybody directly without interference. But even before, I wasn't even really comfortable with doing this. Now we're back to that silent treatment nonsense where people think that I secretly hate you because I don't talk or really congregate outside of myself. But like a stray dog that has seen the kind turn into ugly, it's fair to say that I have a certain level of distrust. I get that people need reassurance and clarification, but sorry, not sorry, it's a disorder. When you're told your entire life that you're on the autism spectrum and you have Asperger's without definitive documentation, from your counseling sessions, therapy, and IEP, which is special ed. Still, even if I told you and you didn't believe me, it's high functioning. I commonly say, but why would I want to seek that kind of attention? I don't want that kind of attention. People talking to me like I didn't hear them the first time, or I'm deaf in one ear. But when they're not aware of the invisible symptoms, speak to me like I got a small mind. I've been called slow by plenty. Computers are often slow and can do things that you can't. They can transmit information more effectively than you. When you expect immediate results, you may not get it to your expectation. Quality takes time, and I have a mind that takes time. Quality results require quality time and evaluation. There was a point in time where my parents didn't even think that I would be able to graduate high school because of my cognitive learning disability. Yet I graduated early of my class to make up for being held back in the 3rd grade. But I did it, and yes, it does bleed into my work. And I have to get the bad end of the stick for it, because people think that I'm just doing a shitty job, or I'm not giving my 100% despite of the demand, when I am truly doing my best. But it's whatever, though. I deal with it, you know? If I gotta be an enemy because this is just a part of my characteristic of being, then, see ya. Why should I have to waste my time trying to convince people? Allow me to rephrase that. Why should I have to waste my time trying to be a people pleaser and convince them that this is me? Believe me, I'm not always my cup of tea either, but thankfully, I have been given a free-willed mind that God had specifically gave to me. I have been given a free-willed mind that God has specifically gave to me to understand that I can still choose how I mold myself. and I can decide who is allowed to influence my life. My life, my actions, my behaviors. It's a power that I can control and alter as needed. Like, I can choose to share this with you, and with that, you have the ability to decide how you interpret the information.